Hey, this is Jeff, and welcome back to Fallout 3 Pacifism and More. Last time we drove the super mutants out of Project Purity without killing them, and restored power so Dad can search the computers for the location of a GECK. We just need to reboot the mainframe so he can get on with that.
Just be a few minutes until we can access the mainframe. Use the intercom so I can tell you where to go next. There are a few minor repairs still to be made up here in the control room. Why don't you come back here and give me a hand? Actually, wait. There's one other thing I need you to do. Janice says there's a blockage in one of the intake pipes. It's on your way back. Head back up to the museum level and give me a call on the intercom when you get there.
Will do.
Good luck, honey.
And of course we've now kicked off a series of events that might be challenging to survive in pacifist mode, but unlike making the memorial building safe, doesn't require any modding to get around the game requiring you to kill anything. It's mostly going to be a matter of sneaking around what we can, running away from everything else, and spamming stim packs as required.
Good to see you.
Daniel?
Hey there.
Dr. Holt?
All right. You should be just outside the pipe that's been giving us trouble. Now don't worry. This isn't dangerous at all. Just get inside and use the manual controls to drain the pipe. That'll break up the debris enough for the filters to function properly.
Manual controls. Got it. I'm going in.
Now I won't be able to contact you once you're in there. You'll exit near the cisterns, and then you can get in touch with me again.
Despite Dad's assurances that clearing the pipe won't be dangerous, Luce has a vague premonition that something far more ominous than an industrial accident is looming very near. Hello. How did you get in here? The premonition was not a mutant in the pipe. They don't actually evacuate if you use Dad's smoke bomb. They get moved out of the level by a script. If I made them flee, I could see where one might use the grate to get out instead of the front door, but that's not how it works. Maybe I had a typo in one of their ref IDs, so it didn't get moved out of the level with the others, but that doesn't explain why it would be in there. It would have kept attacking me, or patrolling its usual route if it wasn't one of the ones that detected me. Anyway, not following me out here? Good. Operate the valve for Dad. And now the Enclave shows up and everything goes sideways.
Everyone, listen. It seems we have some visitors. I don't know who they are or what they want. Please, everyone, remain in your assigned areas while we get this. What are they doing here? Where? Madison, lock the door.
Sounds like we'd better get back to the control room, huh?
This facility is now under United States government control. The person in charge is to step forward immediately and turn over all materials related to this project.
That's quite impossible. This is a private project. The Enclave has no authority here. I'm going to have to ask you to leave at once.
Am I to assume, sir, that you are in charge?
Yes, I'm responsible for this project.
Then I repeat, sir, that you are hereby instructed to immediately hand over all materials related to the purifier.
I'm sorry, but that's...
Furthermore, you are to assist Enclave scientists in assuming control of the administration and operation of this facility at once.
Colonel. Is it Colonel? I'm sorry, but the facility is not operational. It never has been. I'm afraid you're wasting your time here.
Sir, this is the last time I am going to repeat myself. Stand down at once and turn over control of this facility.
Colonel, I assure you that this facility will not function. We have never been able to successfully replicate test results.
I suggest you comply immediately, sir, in order to prevent any more incidents. Are we clear?
Yes, Colonel. I'll do whatever you want. There's no need for more violence.
Then you will immediately hand over all materials related to this project and aid us in making it operational at once.
Very well. Give me a few moments to bring the system online.
I grow tired of waiting.
It'll only be a few more moments. Run. Run!
We have to get out of here. They'll be coming for us next. We've got to evacuate now!
I'm not leaving my father in there.
There's nothing anyone can do for him now. The radiation levels in there are lethal. You'd die the same way he did. We need to get out of here now!
How do we get out of here?
We used an old abandoned tunnel as an escape route once before, many years ago. Everyone should know how to find it. We need to get there right now. Let's go.
Madison? She wants revenge. I don't think we can use the hatch until she unlocks it. Oh, no, we can't. Meet me down there when you're done. Now, where are you guys going?
Thank God someone else made it out. What the hell is going on? Who are those guys? Did I hear gunshots?
Can you help us get through this?
What? You're supposed to be the tough one, right? Why don't you take care of it?
Alex, I think you've got me confused with your boss. Can you help us get through this?
I can try. I'm not much good with weapons, but if you've got a pistol I can use, I'll do what I can.
I have a couple things I picked up. Oh, take this Magnum. I just carry it to use as a telescope.
Wow, you sure about that? Okay.
All right, let's go wait for Madison. Very hard terminal. If you have Science 100, you don't need to wait for Dr. Li, but sometimes she'll rubber band to you when you reach this point. Ordinarily, you'd keep the Enclave soldiers in this room occupied while she hacks the terminal, but if we can sneak in and grab some loot without even alerting them, even better. Skill book for sneak is obviously the most useful thing for loose, but the rest of it has pretty good value to weight ratio, so we'll take it all. In fact, I'm going to read that book right now. If we get sneak up to a natural 100, we won't need the shady hat anymore, and we can wear a hat with a different buff. Okay, the door's open, but no Dr. Li. Yeah, I think the door is actually on a timer. It isn't unlocked by something she actually does. It's just that she'd usually be there doing the animation like she's typing on the terminal. And I really don't want to get trapped between ghouls on one side and Enclave soldiers on the other, so let's go see if we can find her. Ow. Laser rifle really hurts. Maybe they'll take care of the ghouls for us. Or maybe they'll just keep shooting us in the back. If you're done with your killing spree, just get in the tunnel. There we go.
Don't wander off. We're going to need you.
Excuse me? I'm not the one who insisted on attacking the Enclave soldiers in the gift shop. We've been down here waiting for you, lady.
You heard me. We need you right now. You're the only one here with any amount of combat experience. We've got the Enclave behind us and who knows what ahead of us. If we're going to make it through here, we need your help.
You know I'm a pacifist. And I have personally seen you kill 2 super mutants and an Enclave soldier with a hunting rifle and a nail board. You clearly have the most combat experience of anyone here. That's fine. What do you need me to do?
We need to stick together, but we need to move quickly. We'll follow behind you, all right? Let's get moving.
Good idea. Follow me.
We'll be right behind you. Be careful.
Yeah, she never seemed particularly stable, but I think she's actually lost her mind. More Enclave. Maybe they'll shoot some of these ghouls for us. There's Madison. Did you lose your rifle? I bought helmet. Now they're shooting the ghouls. Or her. Nope, there she is. Dead Enclave soldier. Oh yes, finally get some power armor. Actually, I have some power armor back at the house that I took off the Brotherhood soldiers who got killed at GNR, but I still don't have the training to use it yet. Now let's find Madison. The Enclave killed some of the ghouls at least. There she is. I guess she was behind me the whole time. Well, back through the gauntlet. There's the exit. At level 6, the Brotherhood should be able to take care of the ghoul train, no problem. If you do a lot of side questing and put this off until glowing ones start spawning, it's not a sure thing. And if you're really high level and get a few Reavers in the mix, forget about it. But we're safe now. Just wait for this guy to kill them all and do some looting. Madison, don't go back out there. Are you insane? I'm really sorry about Alex and Daniel and Janice and Dr. Holt. And what happened to Garza? I haven't seen him since Rivet City.
I am Dr. Madison Li. I have people with me in need of shelter. You must allow us access at once.
I'm sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized civilians allowed inside the Citadel. You'll have to leave now.
Lyons! I know you're in there! I know you can hear me! You open this goddamn door right now!
I've commented on this before, and I'm not the only one, but it's amusing that the gate immediately opens, like Elder Lyons had a crush on her back in the day, and he's been sitting by the phone for 20 years just waiting for her to call. Which is especially sad since she had a thing for Dad, which Luce is really not in the mood right now to contemplate whether that was a two-way street.
We need to escape while we can.
We did escape, Madison. Yeah, she's lost it.
All right, Madison. It'll be okay. Now, this is James's daughter, I presume? I can see the resemblance.
Yes. She knows what we need. Vault-Tec computer, something to locate equipment. Please help her.
Very well. We'll sort this all out.
I need to rest, lie down or something. This is just too much. Rothchild should help you, but don't forget that he's Brotherhood. I've never trusted them. Be careful what you tell them.
Need something, friend?
And add a little paranoia to the mix. But at least she recognizes it.
Hail.
You have my condolences. Your father was a good man.
At the risk of seeming crass, can someone here train me to use power armor?
Why, yes. Yes, indeed, there is someone. Our intrepid Paladin Gunny trains all initiates in the use of power armor. When they're ready. Under the circumstances, I will allow Gunny to train you as well. You'll find him in the Bailey. I will send word that I've given my approval.
Can you train me to use power armor?
Heard you were coming. Yeah, I can train you, but don't ask me to like it. My initiates sweat blood, and you just get a free pass? Anyway, you ready for this? Now look, to wear power armor, first thing you need to do is relax your muscles. Let the suit do the work, okay? Now you.
You have received the specialized training needed to move in any form of power armor. Nice.
May I start by saying that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
There's a ton of lore about all the local vaults, most of it just for flavor, but some of it useful if you go explore them. But with her latent psychic ability, Luz finds the relevant entry on the first try. Vault 87.
This map shows the locations of all known vaults in the local area. Vault 87 has been highlighted for you. There. Entrance to Vault 87 will be particularly difficult for you, I'm afraid. The area is highly irradiated. Lethal levels are all around the entrance. Gaining direct access will be quite impossible. Vault 87 is located very close to the site of Lamplight Caverns. It is entirely probable that the vault may be entered from within the caves.
With Dad gone, Luz doesn't have high hopes for Project Purity. Even if the Brotherhood could take back the Purifier from the Enclave, Madison is clearly in no shape to run a major research project right now. But in the interest of staying busy so she doesn't have to deal with the grief, something that might be of more immediate value to people trying to survive in the wasteland is helping Moira finish her book. And we're conveniently right around the corner from the next place she wants us to investigate.
Hold it. This area is under the authority of the Brotherhood of Steel. Leave immediately.
Whoa, calm down. I was just exploring this area.
You're awfully brave to be walking around down here by yourself. Are you scavenging the ruins?
I'm searching for records from the library.
It seems that we have similar goals in mind. It's rare to meet someone who has proper priorities. I am Senior Scribe Yearling, Order of the Word. I have a proposal for you, if you're interested.
I am. Tell me more.
Good. My task here is to collect the written works of those who came before, in order to supplement the Brotherhood archives at the Citadel. Although most of the pre-war books have been destroyed, there are a few that have survived, but finding a book in these ruins is difficult. I could have 1,000,000 initiates to comb the ruins, and I'd still never come close to recovering every book that remains undamaged.
And you want me to help you gather books, right?
Precisely. The collected knowledge of a lost age is worth far more than any weapon. So, return here with any books that you find in good condition. I will compensate you for every volume that you bring me. Think on it, and return when you have books to offer me.
Okay. Can you help me access the library's archives?
The front desk computer has access to the card catalogs, but it appears that it's lost the connection to the main archives. Here's the password. Now, you might be able to find the central computer further in there, but I'm afraid you'll have to do that without me. I'm a scholar, not a fighter.
Same here. I have to go now.
Of course.
Fortunately for us, the Brotherhood is in the process of clearing a gang of raiders out of the library at this very moment. Might as well download the card catalog. One less thing to worry about when we find the full archive.
Watch it, will you?
Presumably the knights don't have time to look for books while they're doing a security sweep, or maybe she doesn't trust them to tell the difference between useful books and trash, but either way, they should easily take care of the raiders for us. Here's a science book. As you might expect, there are quite a few skill books in the library, but those aren't the ones she wants. She wants ones that are explicitly named pre-war book. You can spot them pretty easily because they have a plain gray, clearly undamaged cover. And there's one right here on this table. At higher levels, the raiders spawn with better weapons, so the fight isn't as lopsided, but even then they don't stand much of a chance unless a big group of them swarms together and overwhelms the knights with sheer numbers. When this pitching machine runs out of ammo, some raiders will come out into the hall to investigate, but hopefully we'll have backup by then. No? Well, see if we can sneak around them. Nope. I would have sworn the Brotherhood splits up. One squad goes to the children's wing and one comes up here, but apparently not. Well, we'll just follow the ones that went to the children's wing then. They are following me, but hopefully not for long. Hey guys, there are some more behind me. You know how I was saying the raiders don't stand a chance unless a big group of them hits the knights with overwhelming numbers? I think I might have just made that happen. Yeah, one of them's dead already. On the bright side, that means there shouldn't be many raiders back in the archives wing. Yeah, looks clear. The ones upstairs are probably still there, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Did you hear about those newbies?
This shouldn't take long.
Well, the Brotherhood finally showed up. Apparently there are two squads. Or they rallied and killed the raiders in the children's wing and then came over here. Alright, should be clear. Oh, forgot about the turret.
Eyes on, people.
Well, it doesn't see me.
I'm hit. Taking fire.
There we go. There's a pre-war book. Ow. Forgot there are 2 turrets. Brotherhood guy still alive? Yes. Okay, finish looting. Picking that lock was enough XP to level up. Get lockpick up to 45 and the utility suit will let us open medium locks and put the rest in speech. And for the perk, I rarely take lead belly because in a normal playthrough I always find enough stim packs to stay alive, but just letting enemies pound on me until I do whatever I need to do, I find myself drinking a lot of dirty water. Yeah, that's worth it. Now let the looting resume. I don't know where that paladin went, but it looks like I'm on my own in the one room where I really need to go. The archive computer is in the back of this area, but at least there's a terminal to disable the turret. Put on the lab coat so we can hack it. Tutorial message. I guess this is the very first terminal I ever hacked. Luz has a lot of theoretical knowledge about science, but she never bothered with easy or very easy terminal, jumping right into medium. There we go. And just deactivate it. We could reconfigure targeting parameters and get the raiders to chase us out here so they get shot, but that feels like it's violating the spirit of the pacifist challenge. I know we let the turret at the Jefferson Memorial kill some of the super mutants, but that fight was already in progress when we showed up. Luring raiders to their doom feels a little too close to killing them, even though our kill count technically wouldn't go up. Which begs the question of how are we going to deal with them? Perfect world, we could sneak around them, but the archive terminal is pretty much in the middle of the room. How many stim packs do we have left? Oh, 29. That should be plenty. There's a raider in there who always spawns with a missile launcher. If we get spotted, our best bet is to get close enough to him that he's forced to switch to a melee weapon and then just let him wail on us while we do our business. And I forgot to switch back to the leather armor. In fact, we have power armor training now. How good is the Enclave power armor? In that condition, only 1 point better than the leather. And it'd wreck our sneak chances, so we'll stick with the leather. Well, so much for sneaking. The important thing now is not to let rocket launcher guy get line of sight on us until we're on top of him. He's always in the back of the room, so he'll be the last one to come out. There we go. Now I'll keep spamming stim packs and get to the terminal. And try actually jumping over the obstacle. Since we're done sneaking, we don't need the shady hat. Does the Eyebot helmet have better damage resistance? Not really. And there's another pre-war book. And the terminal. Transfer library archives. And we're out. There's a lot of other good loot in here, but we really can't afford to collect it. And we're not bothering with the power armor because speed's more important than 1 point of damage resistance at the moment. Alright, we just about got away with that.
Welcome back. Have you been successful in your search for books?
Indeed I have. Here you go.
Excellent. How many are you willing to trade?
Take them all.
Very well. Here is your reward. Use it well, and return with more books when you can.
I have to go now.
Of course.
100 caps each is well worth doing, and I think there are 10 in the building total. Considering our smash and grab tactics, 5 isn't too bad. We'll go unload some loot and then come back to see who won the fight in the children's wing, strip any raiders I didn't have the carry capacity to bother with before the bodies despawn, and see if there's anything else we missed.
Hello?
Vault 101 emergency frequency signal found. Well, that throws a wrinkle in my plans. But we need to unload before we do anything else. Hey, I forgot to put the strength bobblehead in the collector stand. I'll sleep.
Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some?
The library's still standing, and I've got the archives right here.
Really? A whole library's worth of data? Right there? Oh, that's great news. So, what did you find? Tell me about it.
Ah, endurance. Took that buff out for nothing. Well, we have the lab if I get addicted. Now you can protect and catalog all of the information it once had.
Does it mean that it'll be a guard catalog? You see, because... Oh, never mind. Oh, and here's a book of mine and some caps for your research. Think of it as pay for a civilization worth of overdue books.
The last subject is old technology, right? Sounds interesting.
It does, doesn't it? I mostly just deal with it after it's junked, but a trader gave me this bit of electronics from the Robco factory. If there's a way to reactivate and control the robots there, it'd make for a good example of harnessing the past technology for the book. Okay, here, and be sure to keep an eye peeled for any other examples of how to make old technology work for you out there.
All right, now I just need to do some trading and get my armor repaired. And now we have a dilemma. I was planning to move straight on to Vault 87 after we make a quick loot run back to the library, but listening to the Vault 101 emergency broadcast kicks off trouble on the home front, and that's one of the very few times in Fallout 3 when you're really on the clock. Most quests, no matter how urgent they sound, will wait forever until you get around to doing it. But this one, if you wait too long, the emergency signal shuts off and the vault stays locked forever. The timer starts when you finish the Waters of Life, and I think it's 2 weeks, but I'm not positive. And I definitely want to go back, if for no other reason than to show the effects of the bug fix I talked about back in episode 3. So I'm going to finish looting in here, sell whatever we find, and call it a day. And then we'll kick off trouble on the home front next time. There's not much to show you in the GECK today, since nothing we did required any changes to the mod to support a no-kill run, but I did figure out what was up with that super mutant in the intake pipe. I loaded that save and clicked on it in the console to get its ref ID, which is 2A5AE. A quick look in the GECK revealed that's not one of the mutants from any level of the Memorial building, so I started looking at the ones outside, and sure enough, I found a match. Looking at it in the render window, it's a green marker because it's a leveled creature. What actually spawns when you're playing depends on the player's level, so the GECK doesn't know what it'll be to render a specific creature type. So how did that guy end up in the intake pipe? Well, if we bring up the navigation mesh for the area, the nav mesh is the red area that the AI for NPCs and creatures uses to know where they can walk and where they can't, plus other data like flagging specific scenery as cover they can hide behind during combat, that kind of thing. And you can see there's no nav mesh data in the area between the catwalks, because there's theoretically no way to get in there. Of course, this is a Bethesda game, and it's not that uncommon for creatures and NPCs to end up in places they theoretically can't go. So my best guess is it glitched or got knocked down there during the fight with Madison, and its only way out was to go through the door back into the intake pipe, which this little area with the valve Dad asks you to turn before the Enclave shows up is in the Memorial exterior, but the hole you see the vertibird through is screened off. So the mutant couldn't have fallen into the pipe, but NPCs and creatures don't actually activate doors the way the player does. It doesn't have to click the door, it'd just have to be within range of the door's portal marker. And once it was inside the intake pipe cell, it was either too tall to move and got stuck, or the AI pathing got confused because it'd have to go through the gift shop where it's not supposed to be to get back outside to where its normal patrol area is. Bottom line, not a bug in the mod, just a very odd coincidence. And that's it. As always, thanks for watching. Like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.